Morning everybody, welcome back to another episode of CYT-Crypto. My name is Stephen Aitchison and today we're looking at the markets, seeing why Bitcoin might go up to $10,000. I'm not saying it's definitely going to, but we're going to see why it might go up. And it's because of backed, and I spoke about this before. We're looking at an article for that. We'll be looking over some news stories and we'll be looking at the markets overall. But first I want to see if you beautiful people are in. We have some beautiful people in this morning. We have Tim Gash is in the house. I'm just going to jump over. Tim Gash is in the house. RC is in. Marcus Shafari. Crypto Don Wan, good morning to you. Ad Verhagen, good morning to you. Vin. George Charles, Alicius De Klerk, Mac Pollen, Mitch Dieter. Deb Vin is in the house. Welcome, Deb. Good to see you, buddy. It's been very quiet in the chat just now, in the kind of all the chat, the Telegram chat groups. It's been very quiet just now. I think it's a calm before the storm. I've got a feeling that something is up. Something is up, and it's good. It's a good feeling that I've got with Bitcoin and the rest of the crypto market as well. Stephen SS is in the house. Shakeza is in. Peter J, Chris Noble, Alex Jug is in the house as well. Okay, so we'll look at the overall kind of markets just now. We'll just refresh Coin Paprika. Crush the likes, everybody. If you like these videos, just go ahead down below just now and like the video just now, and I'm going to do the same actually. Like, I'll turn that off. So like it just now. Liking on videos, how sad is that? Okay, so overall market capitalization is down 0.43% to 212 billion. Bitcoin dominance up slightly to 53.55%. Who's the winners and the losers? We'll just look at the top 10 gainers and losers in the top 200. Das Coin is up 45%, Credits 38, Ravencoin, Credo Poet, Pivex, Odyssey, Modea, Loyalty Points, Telcoin and Chainlink all in double digit green. Top 10 losers, Wager down 11, Helpico, Centrality, Zipper, Electronium, 0x, Archain, Lisk, Pillar, Mobile Go all down as well, but not in double digit figures. And the market capitalization, as we said, we'll just look at the market capitalization without Bitcoin. That is steadily rising as well. It's still 98 billion just now. This is excluding Bitcoin, you can see here. And including Bitcoin, steadily rising as well. We've seen that jump as well. So it's $212 billion at the moment. And this is the percentage. I don't see any big gainers apart from maybe XRP has gained quite a bit. XRP has doubled in dominance. Well, not doubled, it's went up to 8% total dominance. Ethereum is up as well. That's actually down, Ethereum. So who's any big ones going up? Just kind of XRP is kind of jumping up. It jumped up almost 40% in dominance with that. Okay, so we'll look at some of the kind of winners and losers. So look at Bitcoin first of all. Right, this is USDT. We should be looking at USD actually. So look at the USD price. This is on Coinbase. 6,443. We're still, well, I suppose we can still look at USD. We'll look at USDT just now. And this is a channel it's been trading in for a while. We've seen that before. We needed to break out of that channel, but we'll just look at the long-term picture on the daily and kind of see what's happening on the daily chart with Bitcoin. And we'll just draw the lines kind of down from here to around here, the support level there. So we're still in this descending triangle at the moment, but we want to break out of this descending triangle. So if we can break out of there, that would be fantastic, up to the support level of 6,800. We're at 6,736. This was with USDT price. So the Coinbase price with Bitcoin is lower, or the non-USDT prices. The Tether storm is kind of blown over. We spoke about that the other day. That's kind of blown over just now, but we're just looking at USDT, and hopefully it can break out from here. I still think, I've got a good feeling this is going to break out. I don't think we're going to go and hit that 5,000. We might still go down to 5,800 and bounce off that, but there's a few people, a few articles that we'll look at as well that's saying it's kind of near its bottom just now, and that $6,000 support is holding steady as well, which is good. So looking good for Bitcoin at the moment. So need to wait and see. But there's more and more good news coming out, like Fidelity kind of getting involved. BABB is coming out. The ETF's decision is coming out as well at the end of October. I don't expect much from the ETF, but BABB is much bigger news for Bitcoin price and the crypto sphere as a whole. BABB is definitely the bigger news, bigger than ETF, definitely. So we'll have to we'll look at that as well. I'll just go back to chat, see who else is in. High Plains Drifter is in. Also 777 is in. Loyal Tangi is in. Tron just partnered with Baidu's China's Google. Excellent. Gavin Mearns, morning from Hull. Oh, 1 second, we're sticking here. Right, so it's working okay. Okay, so we'll look at some of the risers. I just want to go to, this is the charts that we did. This is the daily call, well, not the daily calls, but the calls we've made in the kind of premium group. And I can show these because I've made them kind of a couple of days ago as well. And this is the chart for October. Average gain for October. In this market, it's not bad, 7.96%. And this is looking at the highest price that was gained. So for example, Fun called it 250. It went up to 252, 2 Satoshi. And then before coming right back down. So it's still a gain within that kind of 7 days. Anytime we make a call, it's within 7 days to get in. So we'll just have a wee look at that just now. So these are the latest calls on the 16th of October. It's not weekly I make them. I'm trying to cut down on making 5 calls per day, which would be 35 a week, which is just, it's kind of too much. So I'm looking at some good ones, hopefully, and getting in. So the good one so far that we've got into this week was BAT. Called it 2,828. Since went up to 3,344. So just look at BAT very quickly just now on Binance. So actually went up 3,370. That's the top. That's on the daily. And just look at the 4 hourly. 3,364. So we'll update that. 3,364 gives us a percentage gain of 18.95% if you were able to get out to the very top. Salt has went up, I do believe, as well. We'll look at Salt. So 955, 9,550. I'll just update that as well. 9,550. So that's up 11%. QLC, I don't think that's going anywhere just now. BTC, so these are still in play, and obviously I've given these out to the premium members already. So 793, I called it 794, and that was on the 16th. It went up to about 815, which is not much of a rise. So yeah, 815. Data, I don't know if that's gone up. We'll just have a quick look. Data BTC. Called on the 16th. It's around about here. I think the highest it peaked at is 581. Yep, 581. And Sia coin as well. SCBTC. It's sitting at 101 just now. Called on the 16th. So it's not gone down below the stop limit. And it's sitting at 101. So that's still in play just now. So I've got a couple in play just now. And looking at the charts, there's loads of them that could go up. And I'm still really looking at Binance, and it'd be brilliant. I don't know how to go about it. I don't know what to do kind of with it as well. But if we look at Binance just now, I'll just go to Binance very quickly. And this is an idea that's swirling about my head, but I just don't know how to kind of go about it, and if indeed it's going to be possible. So just look at Binance. I want to look at the kind of risers, the ones that are rising just now. So we've got PO. PO has just gone up. Did I put PO in? PO was called on the 9th of October, so we're outside the 7 days, so that wouldn't count. PO's just shot up 27% to 197. When was it called? 156. That's a shame, so it's just outside. Yeah, so my thinking here was to have like almost like a Binance kind of index fund. So it'd be brilliant if you put $1,000 into all the Binance tokens, all the ones that have not risen like 300–400%, because we're seeing on a daily basis just now, because Bitcoin is relatively stable, that some of these tokens are going up by a couple of 100%. I think MDA, if we look at MDA just now, MDA BTC, look where that's risen from, 7,006, and it's gone up to 44,000, so it's risen by 500%. So my thinking was it'd be brilliant to put in like $1,000 each in each of the tokens and kind of Binance, and almost have not an index fund where it's tracking all of them, but individually, and just keeping $1,000 each in these, because I think we are near the bottom of the market. Obviously they can go down as well. And then just looking at each of them and kind of trading them. So if something went up 500%, we get out of it. So put $1,000 in, take $5,000 out, waiting it coming back down, then get back into it and do something like that. But I don't know the logistics of it. I just think it's a good idea to do that. But I don't know how we'd actually go about that. So we can see PO's risen as well. It's just kind of taken off at the moment. Crossed over at 152 and it's went up to as high as 202, so up 25%. PIVX, previous call as well, but it's out with the 7 days. And you can see the rise of PIVX as well, from its bottom up to here. So from its bottom up to here, 97%. INS has done something similar as well, 185%. Lend, not so much, only 109%. So some of these coins have really taken off, but some of them have yet to take off. Fun, that's, well, it's not yet to take off, but it's kind of gone up already, 77% at one point. But the likes of Link, 200%. So they're all starting to go up just now on Binance. So it'd have been brilliant if we had a kind of fund or something that we could get into. Talking of funds as well, we've got the community fund as well for PundyX. I'm going to have to discuss that with the premium members. So anybody that got in before the end of July this year into the premium group are eligible for the fund. But just now we're only going to get about hardly anything, about $4 each or something for the community fund. I'll just see what it's worth just now and just look at it on Etherscan. So how much have we got just now? $537 divided by about 150 people. So it's not much at all. This was obviously worth about $3,000 at one point, but because PundyX has gone down, but we've got 349,000 tokens in the community fund. So I'll kind of put a message out to see what you want to do, if you want to continue with it and see what, if you want to kind of do that. I don't think there's any point trading it, i.e. taking it out and trading it for another token, because I do think PundyX will go up, but that will be, we'll just kind of have a vote on that almost. I think that's what we should do, just have a vote and look at that. But I think we'll probably stay in PundyX for the longer term. So this is for anybody that got in before the end of July, and going forward, anybody that joins after kind of August, the 1st of August, anybody that's joined after that will go forward for the next community fund, which we might have to set up another address, or I don't know how I'm going to work that yet, to be honest. So that's It'll be a democracy, so we'll just kind of vote on that as well. MacPawn, since a few months I've done some nice trading, but I still do have the same amount of money right now. Bought RVN at 295, excellent. Njambi K, good morning to you. Nick747, hi guys, I'm feeling the sentiment is coming back. I feel it as well. I really feel the positive sentiment is coming back, and there's good news coming out with BACT obviously as well. Fidelity is getting in, there's more and more institutional investors getting in as well, but I think BACT is going to be a big turning point. Cole Phillips is in, good to see you back. Mark Innes, hello Stephen, brilliant team, likes Crush, thanks very much mate. Mike Cryptico is in, RC out of bat but got a solid 15%, brilliant. Brilliant, I'm glad you got into that. Crypto Dread, I'm late, sorry, but did you hear Tron is partnered with BDO? Yeah, Sunday just kind of said that as well. So just have a look at that news as well. A DEB 5% on XRP so far, and it looks like it's slowly building momentum. Just have a wee look at XRP. We've been saying for a while that XRP is going to kind of just explode. So it's sitting at 7,223 just now. It was as low as 6,000. That seems to have kind of bottomed there. 6,000. Kind of hit that a couple of times and then bounced up. So yeah, it could be really good, and I do expect this to go up to past the 12,000 mark as well, 12,000 Satoshi mark. But XRP is going to explode soon before the end of the year, I believe. I believe it's going to explode. So that's a good one, Adeb. Glad you got into that, mate. Daza Booth is in. Mayor Fans is in. Can IOTA will rise? Not looked at IOTA for a while, actually. Look at it on Binance. Just starting to come up just now, so it seems there's support there at 6,972. Support at 7,500 as well. So kind of strong support at 7,500. So we can see there was support 7,500 there. It went up to 11,391. And it's bouncing off the 7,500 mark again, up to 7,815. So it looks as if it's on the rise at the moment. Let's look at this. That's on the 25. So it's just crossing over the 25 just now. So that looks as if it's going to go on a run as well. Scottish Bulls in the house. Brilliant low cap at Bezant. Daza Booth Room has it. BABB to release MasterCard for UK residents. Excellent. I've seen that in the chat area as well. They're looking at the black card. So BABB have got a black card coming out. So we wondered how that was going to work, and it looks like they're going to do something with MasterCard as well. So we need to get more details on that. BABB announces crypto MasterCard has just been approved. Excellent. Gary, I didn't see that. I'll just have a wee look for the news. So I don't know if that's in a group or not. It's probably in a group. I'll just look over the past week. So that's probably in the group. So we need to get more details on that. So I've been house hunting and getting mortgages organised, trying to sell the house organised over the past couple of days. So I'm not fully up to date. Had it on his last stream. Crypto Bitcoin Chris had it on his last stream. Right, so I need to kind of check out Crypto Bitcoin Chris. That's the liquid exchanges talking about. I was watching that this morning as well, Crypto Bitcoin Chris. I didn't see the BABB. Qtum, Ripple, Omisigo. I don't see the news there. So I need to check that out and get back to you with that. But that's brilliant news if that's the case. We'll just look at BABB just now. Actually, we've not checked out BABB for a while. BABB, I don't think Coin Signal is really slow just now. Coin Signal's trade, so we'll just look at KuCoin and see what's happening with the BABB price for Ethereum and for Bitcoin as well. I think it's my computer that's really slow. No, it's not. It's obviously coin signals. Let's look at the markets. Go to backs. God, can't type this morning, man. So, it's went down a wee bit actually. It was sitting at 10.11, now it's sitting at 9.10. More buys coming in. So there's not a big buy wall there at 9 Satoshi. Big sell wall at 10 Satoshi at 25 million. Buy wall for 5 million. So not that much in there. So we need to wait and see. And we'll just look at the Ethereum price as well. ETH. Gone down slightly as well. So 28. 2,800 Gwei. Yeah, so it's just kind of stabilizing just now. It kind of did go up. Backs kind of went up and it's kind of stabilizing just now. So not that bad at all. Expect that to go up definitely before the end of the year with the license. And if this kind of MasterCard news, we'll need to look at that as well, see how that's going to affect the price, if it's going to affect the price at all. So I need to wait and check that out. Not the liquid one, yeah. AdBank. Yeah, I wanted to look at kind of AdBank as a hidden gem. Did you lose YouTube over there when you were live yesterday for about an hour? Apparently YouTube did. We kind of lost it for a couple of hours. YouTube. It made the news. I was listening to it on the radio when we were going out to view a property last night, and it was on the news that YouTube went out for a couple of hours and everybody was up in arms. I'm going, why? BABB need to do more YouTube interviews. Yeah, it'd be good to get a BABB interview kind of lined up again, and just see kind of what the updates are. We've done a BABB interview about 6 months ago, so it'd be good to get another one just for updates and just see what they're planning going forward. So that'd be quite cool as well. Okay, so we'll just look at I don't think there's anything coming up. Backs. See if this comes up just now. There's a backs price there. So 10 Satoshi kind of has been, it's high, what it says 11 there. That's a 1 hour chart. We want to look at the 4 hourly chart. It's very slow at the moment on coin signals. Somebody else was talking about that as well the other day. But yeah, it has been as high as 14. Yeah, so I want to look at AdBank and just look at the price just now. This is one I've kind of talked about before, and I want to do a video on these kind of hidden gems. I spoke about AdBank before as well, as I said, and it has been as high as 87 Satoshi. It's down to 48 Satoshi at the moment, and it has been as low as 35. But if we look on the daily, and we'll go to Coin Paprika as well and just look at the overall market capitalization. This to me is a really good one. It could be really, really big. I think it's going to do really well. I've been in it since ICO, so disclaimer there as well. But not shilling it, I just think it is going to do really well. So it kind of stabilized. It went as high as 277 or really 312 Satoshi. It's at 48 Satoshi just now, so possible 8x just to get back to where it was previously. But they have made partnerships as well, so fundamentally things have changed. So its value proposition is much higher than it was back in April when it went to its highest. So I think this could really go big time. And we'll just look at the overall market cap just now. Overall market cap 1.8 million. 1.8 million. So it's saying here, a revolutionary ad platform with total transparency of payments between advertisers and publishers powered by blockchain technology. So this, I think, could be really, really big over the next year or so. It'd be a long-term hold. I've held it, as I said, since the ICO kind of came out. I think I've got about 400,000 kind of tokens just now. But I've held this for a while, and I do believe in it. I've not sold it. It kind of went up double where it is just now, and I thought about selling it. I thought, no, I still really believe in AdBank, and I think it's going to do really well. I'm just going to see if because I kind of logged in for this. That's not giving me. I don't know if it'll let me. It was ages ago I kind of signed up for it, but I don't know if it's the correct login. Yeah, so we'll save that. So this is the beta version of it, and I've not kind of played around. I kind of did sign up for it. I've not played around with it for a while. And this is the account, the dashboard. And this provides total transparency between advertisers and publishers as well. So I've not looked at this for a while. So I'm going in as an advertiser. Obviously there's no payments there as well. So I need to look at this in more depth just now. But I think it's going to be a really, really good one. And I want to do a more in-depth video on this. But I just want to kind of share it with you about AdBank. That I just think this is a hidden gem. And even if we 10x from here, even if AdBank 10x, so you're only talking 18 million, so it's still a small cap. At the moment, it's a micro cap. I would consider this a micro cap. Anything round about this figure, round about 2-3 million is a micro cap. Anything under that is a micro cap as well. Anything maybe over 10 million to 100 million would be a small cap. In my opinion, I don't know how to classify them, but I think this is a micro cap and it could explode over the next year as well. So for a long-term hold, I think this is a hidden gem for AdBank, and they're getting more and more partnerships together as well. And I just really like this project as well. I think it's going to explode. Not soon, but I think it's going to explode within next year. So that could be a really good one if you've not looked at that already. So just have a wee look at that. High Plains Drifter, mainframe and narrative looks promising. Better late than never. David Schwartz, good morning to you, David. Good to have you here. Okay, so we'll look over some of the news that have come out. This is a back news, and this is forwarded from James, one of our brilliant admins. He kind of gave us a video, and we're looking at this project or this kind of Reddit article. So talking about BACT, and I've spoken about BACT before, why it's different from ETFs, why it's different from futures, but this kind of sums up nicely. If we're kind of looking at here, BACT is a very different thing than what some people think are comparing it to. There's nothing to do with ETFs, consensus, Chinese New Year, or anything speculative like that. The fact is, BACT is owned by ICE, the Intercontinental Exchange, the same company who owns the New York Stock Exchange. Money will essentially be liquid between the two platforms for investors. BACT will be allowing for Bitcoin to be bought to be invested into 401k retirement plans as well. Imagine that. What people don't understand is that BACT will actually be the physical delivery of the asset, which is Bitcoin. Unlike most of the proposed ETFs, which are not backed by physical Bitcoin, except the VanEck ETF, which still won't be approved for months, this alone will allow big-time investors to easily invest in actual Bitcoin. Therein lies the big difference between the ETFs. This is why the ETFs are not that important now that BACT is coming out. So imagine you could put into your 401k or your SIP, if you're in the UK, if you could put into your SIP account and start buying Bitcoin and just put into your SIP account for your retirement. The amount of people that would do that just now, especially the Bitcoin prices just now, even if it was to go down to 5,800 or 5,000 or 4,000, you just dollar cost average in and just put in as much as you can each month, because Bitcoin in 2, 3, 4, 5 years time is going to be worth $100,000 easily. So if you're buying just now, you're talking about 15x, and that's going to be tax free as well if you put in a SIP account. I don't know how the 401k works if it's tax free, but I would imagine it's something similar, and they'll have something similar around the world about getting into it. But I don't know if we'll be able to get into it with a SIP with BACT. I don't believe so, but it'd be good if we did, and that will be coming as well. So it says this alone will allow big-time investors to easily invest in actual Bitcoin. This will actually make Bitcoin more scarce on the markets as we know them now. Also, BACT will be purchasing Bitcoin at market, not OTC. This is not over the counter, so it's at market. So BACT also made it clear there will be no margin trading, so it cannot be manipulated as easily as it is with ETFs and futures. The cherry on the top, they will be pre-funding the platform, meaning before and up to its launch, they will be buying massive amounts of BTC. So This guy's saying, and who was this? I'll just give this Myota. Who was the guy that kind of posted this? Strider. Strider posted this. Strider Ida 1. Quote me now and feel free to say I told you so, I'm wrong. BABB will bring BTC to $10,000 by first week of November. So I've been saying that for a while, that BABB is huge news, but not a lot of people are really talking about it. And I don't understand why, because BABB coming out is going to be absolutely massive for the cryptosphere as a whole, but particularly Bitcoin, obviously, that's what they're going to be trading in. But they're going to pre-fund it as well. So that means they're going to be buying up Bitcoin just now. So it's all pre-funded before their eyes, which is a smart thing. So they'll be accumulating just now. The people that are going to be bringing this out will be accumulating Bitcoin just now. At this very moment, they will be accumulating Bitcoin. So they can physically deliver it to the kind of big institutional investors as well. So this is going to be absolutely massive, and we can't discount that at all. It's going to be absolutely massive for the cryptosphere as a whole, but it's going to be good to see what happens at the beginning of November when they release this, when they release the exchange, when it's all up and running. So it's going to be quite cool. So look out for that. I thought this was quite interesting. 100,000 regular ATMs in the US can easily become Bitcoin ATMs as JenMega and LibertyX team up. So ATM manufacturer JenMega and LibertyX have partnered to offer Bitcoin buying functionality on regular ATMs. So 100,000 regular ATMs can now become Bitcoin ATMs with a simple upgrade. It's likely that large amounts of JenMega ATM owners will do this upgrade since it provides extra revenue and extra attention without any upfront cost on new hardware. So the Bitcoin and crypto ATM industry has been proliferating. There are 3,894 Bitcoin ATMs worldwide, and as of this writing on the 18th of October 2018, up from 2,086 at the beginning of 2018 and 949 at the beginning of 2017. So this is a growing market. So if all the 100,000 JenMega ATMs are upgraded, then the number of Bitcoin ATMs will skyrocket by more than an order of magnitude. This could drastically increase Bitcoin adoption, since people that go to regular ATMs will see that Bitcoin is available. And if they did not know about Bitcoin already, they would probably research it and possibly buy it as well. So this is bringing this mass adoption that we've been talking about as well. That's going to help with this tipping point that I've spoken about in kind of most of the videos that I've done as well. So this could be big as well, and really interesting that they could upgrade regular ATMs to be able to fund kind of Bitcoin and buy Bitcoin as well. So I don't know the logistics of it, but it'd be quite cool if they were able to do that. PAX, GUSD, USDC gain widespread relevance as demand for regulated stablecoins increase. So the stablecoin trio of PAX, so Standard, Gemini Dollar and USD Coin have surged ahead in trading volume and adoption shortly after launch, indicating that investors and businesses alike look for reputed options to store the digital equivalent of fiat balances. So Circle stablecoin crosses 50 million market cap. So more and more people are looking for those stablecoins, and I don't think Tether is trusted just now, so more and more people are going to start to look towards the other stablecoins as well, or supposed stablecoins as well. So I'll post all these article links for you as well, so you can read them in depth. I'm going to skip that one, that's a wee bit more kind of technical, that one. This is from ccn.com. Bitcoin has hit the bottom. Why is it unlikely to fall below $6,000? So it's just asking a question really. Can Bitcoin defend $6,000 support level? The general sentiment regarding the midterm price trend of Bitcoin is if BTC can successfully and comfortably defend the 6,000 support level in the weeks to come, then a large shakeout or a significant drop to the low 5,000 region is highly unlikely. So based on the stability BTC has demonstrated since early August, and the fact that the dominant cryptocurrency had not fallen down the 6,000 mark, below the 6,000 mark as the daily trading volume of the asset reached its yearly low, it has become more challenging for bears to bring down the value of BTC in the short term. So again, I'll post this article link for you. But really what they're saying is that $6,000 support level is holding strong, even in low volume kind of conditions as well, where the bears could obviously not attack it, but the bears could obviously kind of put it down and try and get it down below 6,000. It's not looking likely at the moment, according to this article, and that's kind of, it goes along with what I'm thinking as well. This is from the Daily Hodl. Crypto on the blockchain will trigger the greatest transfer of wealth ever. This is from eToro CEO. So the CEO of a popular social trading platform, eToro is bullish on the future of digital coin. Yoni Asea told Bitcoin as he expects the emerging technology to lead to the biggest transfer of wealth in human history. So it's kind of gone on to say there, we don't believe that traditional finance will disappear overnight, and we're already seeing many large financial institutions exploring the opportunities offered by crypto and the blockchain technology that underpins it. So more and more, the blockchain technology and cryptocurrencies are becoming wider and wider apart. So people are starting to realize that the underlying technology of blockchain is totally different from cryptocurrency, although cryptocurrency uses the underlying technology. It's a totally separate thing altogether. And before it's been cryptocurrency has been synonymous with blockchain. Now that kind of gap is widening all the time, which is a good thing. That is a totally good thing. So this is from Yoni Asea. He thinks there's going to be a huge transfer of wealth, and we've been saying that all along as well. We kind of know that as well. Binance Uganda now accepting deposit and withdrawal of Ugandan shillings as well. So following the launch of its first fiat to crypto exchange Binance Uganda 2 days ago, the company announced today that it is now accepting deposits of Ugandan shillings, UGX. So trading in BTC and Ethereum to start today. So the exchange opened deposits on Wednesday and will offer BTC UGC and ETH UGC trading pairs at 10 AM Uganda time. So another reason to kind of still look at Binance. Binance are still low just now. We'll just take a look at them at the moment. That's not BNT, yeah. And BTC or USD. That's Bancor. BNT, USDT. So just look at the price just now. $10.15 for Binance just now. It has been as low as $9.35 recently, or low as $9. So I think Binance, like Tron, are just getting into so many things that they can't help but rise from here. And I still think this is a $100 coin waiting to happen. And I'm slowly accumulating Binance, but I'm trading kind of others as well. But I'd like a lot more kind of Binance token as well. I've just got a very small amount, nothing to kind of write home about. Okay, we'll jump over to the chat, see what you're saying. Gary, Dragon Chain is very cheap at the moment. There's several new startup projects. Yes, I do like Dragon Chain. Actually, kind of liked it at $1 and kind of thought about investing when it went down to $1, but it kind of went down even further to about 22 cents. Excuse me. So 19 cents at the moment, 45 million market cap. But if we look at where it was before, we have the price as a BTC price, 32,000 Satoshi. Better going on CoinMarketCap. I don't like these kind of charts. I'll jump over to CoinMarketCap just for the charts and look at Dragon Chain. $0.18 at the moment. It was as high as $4.23, probably higher than that, $4.86, nearly $5, and 18 cents just now. So it's down big time just now. I know there was a lot of FUD kind of earlier on a few months ago with regards to Dragon Chain, but I still like the look of it, and it's near its all-time low just now. So Dragon Chain does look like a good one as well, and that would be considered a small cap at 45 million. It has been as high, a lot higher than that, obviously. What was the biggest market cap for it? 1 billion for the market cap. So 22 times or something where it is just now for Dragon Chain. So yeah, it could be a good one. And Dragon Chain could be a really good one. What else have we got? Andreas is in the house. Mervyn Skidmore is in as well. Kevin Moore is in. Lawrence, Genesis Group. Steve, I've installed a BTC ATM at my bar in Hong Kong Lotus. Excellent. Brilliant. Be good to get a picture of that. We could put it in the group, or we could put it... I don't really use Twitter. I was going to say we could put it on Twitter, but I don't really use Twitter for the crypto stuff. It's usually on the personal development stuff that I use it for. But I might start using the Twitter, because I'm hardly using it for PD either. So I might start using the Twitter, my Twitter account for the crypto stuff. Atif, I think fear from retail investors that BTC will go below 6,000 or even 6,400 is over now. It is most likely just a barrier in mind. Time to buy fearless. I think it's time, even just now, if you buy just now, and think of where it could be in 5 years' time, and think about it from that point of view. So even if it does, if we buy it just now at 6,400 and it does go down to 5,000 or 4,000, is it going to be that bad compared to what it could be in 5 years' time? Does that sound like a gamble? Yes, it does, but do we think it's going to go up, say 5 years' time, to $60,000 or $50,000 or $100,000? If we do, then it's not going to make much of a difference if we buy Bitcoin just now. But if we bought one Bitcoin at 6,400, and if it did go down to 4,000, we've lost 2,500, but we've not lost it until we can actually sell it. So if we think in 5 years' time that it's going to go up to 50,000 or 100,000 or 200,000 or possibly higher, then it's not going to make any difference. So this is why we should be accumulating kind of Bitcoin just now, or trading to accumulate Bitcoin. Mohammed, sir, suggest some coin for a bull run. There's loads of them. Pick one. But, you know, there's too many to mention. Obviously, that's what I do in the premium group. If you're a member of the premium group, we do give out the calls in the premium group as well as just being a brilliant group. It's very quiet just now. All the groups are quiet just now. Even the admin group is really quiet just now. So, but that's going to pick up as sentiment picks up in the crypto market as a whole as well. Anthony, better late than never. I'll have to rewind. Excellent. It's good to see you here, Anthony. Sue Johnson, morning. I've been away for a bit. Market's now changed. Yeah, there's nothing changed. Sentiment's changing though. There's a big thing. Stu Johnson, hodl. Buy more XRP. XRP is going to go up, definitely. Atif, I think GVT is one coin which will survive even apocalypse of crypto, when a lot of projects will be zero, and reason for its investing and trading based nature will start accumulating. Excellent. So we're going to start accumulating GVT. I've never seen that or looked into it for a while. GVT. It's doing well at the moment. Yeah, it's doing well just now, GVT. So it's 198,000 Satoshi. It has been as high as 230,000. And an all-time high of, in March, of around 428,000. So double from where it is from here. All-time low, that's when it kind of first started trading as well. Morning Sonia, morning Stephen. I will pull out a pundy for you, and then it will go up. Excellent, excellent. So if you pull out, the community fund can go up for Pundy X as well. I still think Pundy X is going to do well. I still think it's going to just shoot up. You're going to wake up one morning, it's going to have doubled in value. Not in value, but in price. Value is totally different from price. So it's going to double in price from where it was. We'll just look at Pundy X just now. I've not looked at it for a while. See, that chart is kind of depressing, but that's what it's like for a lot of the projects as well. So I think we had it around, before it even came onto kind of Binance, we were trading on Bancor. It must have been up around 130 Satoshi when I go into it, which is a pain in the arse. So 23 Satoshi just now, you can't even look at it on that, it just looks like a barcode chart. But yeah, this Pundy X is going to go up. Definitely is going to go up. So if that's why I think with the community fund, I just think we should hold it just now. Just hold it all the way with the community fund. On time we're on 9:24. Was there any other news as well? Was I looking at? I think that was all the news. Yeah, it was. That was all the news there. Want to look at Digitex, see what they're doing. DGTX. So look at the Bitcoin price and how many people have signed up. For Digitex, we've got 317,000 people signed up so far. That's probably changed. 318, so it just went up about 1,000 in the space of an hour. So it's gone up about 10,000 every day, the people that are signing up to look at the new exchange. This is my position, 624, so I'm going to get to look at the new exchange and be one of the 5,000 beta testers, which will be quite cool. I'll put the referral link down below for you as well if you want to check it out. And I've got that in previous videos as well. So yeah, it's looking good for Digitex as well. We'll just go to the price of Digitex though. It's kind of come back down. It did go up as high as 2,500 and we're sitting at 1,880 Satoshi just now. So it's kind of stabilized. It's kind of come back down. Obviously with such a huge rise, you're going to get some pullback on it. And this is a pullback that we should have been expecting, to be honest. Where did I get in? Around about 1,300. Yeah, it was about 1,300 mark I kind of got in. And I just thought, okay, I'm just going to hold it and see what happens up until December when they release the exchange. So I still think this is going to do really well and it could disrupt the market. But we need to wait and see how good the exchange is, how easy it's going to be to trade on it and the logistics of it as well. We need to kind of look at that as well. Another one a lot of people are talking about as well is Metamorph. That's come down quite a bit. Yeah, so that's retraced as well. Quite a bit to 195 Satoshi just now. It was as high as 450 Satoshi. So a lot of people kind of FOMO'd into that. And I have got some myself with Metamorph because it could be good as well, but they delayed the release of their exchange. So they've got an exchange obviously coming up or coming out. And you can do atomic swaps with the exchange as well. So it means you can interchange between different tokens. You don't have to go into BTC and then buy something else. You can do an atomic swap. A bit like Bancor and the Bancor network as well. So hopefully there's not going to be premium prices like the Bancor, which was a pain with Bancor network. So yeah, Metamorph, I think that could be a good buy at the moment. A lot of people, as I said, did FOMO in, but it looks like a good buying prices just now. It did go as low as 157 Satoshi, but it's kind of coming back up a wee bit to 195. And if we look, this is a good thing about Metamorph, or it could be a good thing about Metamorph. Metamorph, look at that, the market capitalization is 673,000. It's not even 1 million yet. So if you think for this to 10x from here, if the exchange comes out and it goes well, it looks beautiful. If we look at the Metamorph kind of Pro, it looks like a beautiful platform, but obviously they've not released it yet, and that's fine. They're starting to, in the Telegram chat area, they're just kind of letting people know what's happening, and they just want to get it right, and I think they're right in doing that. They want to get it right first time, so you can swap between these kind of tokens as well. So they're going to be adding more and more tokens on. So this is Metamorph Pro as well. So it looks like a beautiful exchange, but when it comes out, proof is in the pudding. We'll just need to wait and see kind of how it works and if it's scalable or not as well. It's going to have to be kind of scalable. But just looking at the kind of price of it, the market capitalization, for this to 10x, it's still going to be almost a microcap, if you will. If you're saying microcaps would be kind of around about the 5 million mark or under 10 million, that might be a better way to say it. 10x should be easily from here for Metamorph, but it all depends on this exchange coming out and if people can adopt it and start using it as well. So we need to wait and see with that as well. So Daniel Liu is in the kind of Telegram chat as well, and he's been, in the Telegram chat, they've been kind of talking about the news coming out that's been delayed. That kind of pulled it down a wee bit, but it kind of halted the momentum, but it could be coming out again, so it might be a good time to buy just now Metamorph. We've looked at AdBank as well, so that could go up as well. I don't know if there's any other tokens that we've kind of looked at. What other ones? XTRD. They're still working away in the background. We spoke about XTRD for a while. We've not got the market capitalization, but it's very low At the moment they've gone up 7.9%, 37 Satoshi. What other ones? Blockport. Blockport as well, I like. Blockport. I've spoken about, these are all the ones we've spoken about as well. Again, 5 million market capitalization. This is an exchange as well. So I like the exchange kind of tokens. I do like them. If we think about Binance and where that's going as well. Social cryptocurrency exchange as well. This could be good as well. So I like Blockport, been in them for a while as well. What other ones? I'm looking at BitDegree and just see what they're doing just now. BitDegree starting to go up, up 10% on the month. 75 Satoshi, 1.7 million. Mental. What else we were looking at? I don't know what else we were looking at. There was a couple of ones I was looking at. Gencoin. Gencoin as well. Talked about that for the masternodes as well. 7.9 million market capitalization. But if you look at the circulating supply, 3.5 million. This could explode as well. All-time high of $15 is $2.22 just now, so that's another one. Kig, thank you very much for the donation. Really appreciate that. CryptoJake CPOL will just partnered yesterday with IDAX, and there's a big chance it will be listed on there soon as well. CPOL, we did look at that as well, CPOL. And this is the one that John McAfee is involved with as well. CPOL, what they're doing. 1.6 million. Decentralized fundraising and human resources solution platform where ICO developers and will have to meet certain guidelines, undergo through a vetting process and meet their goals in order to get funding and keep our buyers safe. So CPOL has jumped up 31%. It's up to 4 Satoshi at the moment. What markets is it listed on just now? Mercatox, Blue Trade, Coinbini and Stex at the moment. So CPOL was another one that was suggested as well. What was another one? Bounty 0x. Quite like the look of that. I'm kind of researching that just now. 1.7 million. So I'm researching a lot of these kind of hidden gems that we're talking about. And so market capitalization around about under 10 million certainly. Looking at under 10 million. And where is BABB with the market capitalization just now? Talking 12 million. And it has been as high as 50 million, I think. All-time high, 0.3 of a cent. And it's now 0.05 of a cent just now. BABB has got huge potential. Been saying that for ages. For this to 10x and just go up to 120 million, I think that's going to be easily achievable for them and get up to 100 Satoshi. Don't know when, but I think by the beginning of 2019, I expect BABB to be up to 100 Satoshi and then just moving on from there all the time. So I'll still be hodling when it goes up to 100, or I might sell off a wee bit and go back in again. Chris Cash is in. Good morning to you. Atif, Ada is a lot in talk just now. Yeah, I like Ada as well. Cardano looks brilliant for the long term. Don Matthews, Steve, what do you think? Could be an exit from Digitex and plan to put the gains accumulating more ADA, XRP, DGB. A lot of people are talking about Digibyte as well. An exit from Digitex, we'll need to wait and see what happens. You could either sell before the exchange comes out, so you sell the news just before it comes out, and obviously if it's still rising from there, or just keep a hold of it, because if people start using it, then it's going to kind of increase exponentially from there as well, if people actually start trading and using it for what it's intended for. And obviously that's going to make the Digitex tokens much more scarcer. So, because you have to use the Digitex tokens to actually trade on Digitex exchange. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting one. Right, it's 9:35. I think we're going to finish there. Hold BABB, things change so fast. Yes, definitely. I would say that, Gary. Alicia's, what are your thoughts on Utrust? Never looked into Utrust really much at all, to be honest. Utrust. I can't see it in there. Oh, can't spell this morning. Utrust, Bitcoin price. near its all-time low as well. So it has been as high as 8,000, round about the 8,000 Satoshi level. It's sitting at 555 Satoshi at the moment. So just based on that alone, it could be okay if the company is good. Obviously, I've not done a deep dive on Utrust. So UTK. So this is similar to PayPalish. If I'm right in what I'm thinking, Utrust is a groundbreaking payment platform that empowers buyers to pay with their favourite cryptocurrencies while providing the best consumer protection in the market. So Utrust, 16 million market capitalization just now. Has been much higher than that. It was up to $1.42. It's now at 3.6 cents. So 100x from here, is that right? No, not 100x, 50x from where it was, roughly 46x. So it could be a good one as well to look at. Okay, I'm going to leave it there just now. Kig, thank you again for the donation, much appreciated, mate. And that's it for today. I'll be doing more. I was going to say more videos, but I'm looking to interview some of the teams. I'm writing to a few people just now and want to do quick videos for the hidden gems as well. Obviously, as a premium member, you get that beforehand. But I need to dig deep. My problem is when I'm researching, I like to dig too deep. Instead of doing surface videos, I like to dig kind of deeper than most, and that's not a good thing because it just takes bloody ages to do it, to be honest. So I'm going to have to kind of scale that back a wee bit and just not do as deep a dive, and not necessarily talk to the team as well. Because my thinking is, if I'm going to do a deep dive, I need to talk to the team, see what they're up to, see if there's any kind of news that might be coming out as well. But I think I'm going to do some on hidden gems, but it's just difficult just now, especially with the house move and looking for a new house, and with the business as well. It's just really difficult, but I'll see what I can do. Okay, I'm going to leave it there just now. Thank you everybody for tuning in. Hit the likes if you've not hit the likes already. That would be fantastic if you could do that, and subscribe to the channel if you've not done so already as well, and share this. Just share it with any kind of news groups and stuff like that as well, Telegram groups. It'd be brilliant if you could do that. If I've spoken about one of your projects that you'd really like, just share it in the groups if you're in a project group as well. Okay, thank you very much for tuning in. Really appreciate you. And until tomorrow, namaste. Take care. Bye now.
Here's to the crazy ones, the misfits, the rebels, the troublemakers, the round pegs in the square holes, the ones who see things differently. They're not fond of rules, and they have no respect for the status quo. You can quote them, disagree with them, glorify or vilify them. About the only thing you can't do is ignore them, because they change things. They push the human race forward. While some may see them as the crazy ones, we see genius. Because the people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do.